Yo, what up? What up? This is Isaiah. And I'm in the office right now, and I just wanted to make a video, right? So before I make this video or I say anything, I just want to say I appreciate it for everybody rocking. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video. Let's get 30 likes on this video, right? So here's what I want to say, right? It's Sunday. I want to say, and I want to remind you guys that uncertainty blocks your blessings. Uncertainty is going to block your blessings, right? I want you to think about anytime you've been uncertain about something. Have you ever been uncertain about something and then down the road, that thing that you were uncertain about has proven to be the decision that you should have made? Or you see somebody else benefiting and being blessed off of making a certain decision that you know that you should have made, right? It's because uncertainty is blocking your blessings. And you're being uncertain because you got all this fear. You are you're scared, right? You're procrastinating for no real reason, and your blessings is being blocked. And so the real question is, at what point do you get certain about your life? At what point do you get certain about your life, right? In order to be certain, you got to know how to trust yourself. You got to know how to trust yourself, yo, right? You have to know how to trust yourself. And that is something that it can't be taught. It can only be exercised and practiced, right? So if you want to be able to trust yourself more and trust your intuition more, what do you think that you have to do? You got to trust yourself more, because you have to use that you have to flex that muscle. Trusting yourself is not something that you learn how to do. You only learn by doing. So when you're in these situations and you're being faced with uncertainty or the opposite of that, you need to choose certainty, and you need to be confident in your decisions, right? One thing that learning how to trade has taught me is standing in your decisions and learning how to be a good decision maker. I've been a good decision maker, but when I learned how to trade, it really helped me be even a better decision maker. And if you don't always make the best decisions, you have to be confident in the decision that you are making no matter what. Because everything is not going to go your way every single time. And you have to be okay with living with the result of that thing, right? You're not going to bat 100. You tell me anybody in the world, in the sports world, in anything that has batted 100%, 100% don't exist. 100% don't exist. You can be 70% right going through college, and you can still get a degree. You get what I'm saying? You can still get a degree. When I was going to school, they said C's get degrees, right? You only got to be right 70% of the time to get a collegiate level degree. So what does that tell you about life? You don't have to be right all the time. But here's the key. When you're wrong, you got to be willing to admit you're wrong, and you have to be willing to move forward, right? And cut your losses quicker. And then get to the times where you are right, and the times that you are right are going to be big, right? So I haven't been right all my life, but the times I was right, it took my life to the next level. It took my life to the complete next level, right? So I want you to understand that your uncertainty is blocking your blessings. And you have to get to a point where you are more certain with who you are, with what you're doing, with the direction you're walking into life. And you got to live and stand and die by it. You got to live and stand and die by it. It's okay that you may be nervous. It's okay that you may feel a little bit of anxiousness. But that's a part of the whole journey. That's a part of the whole game. Right? That's a part of the whole game. But if you don't accept it and lean into it, you're just going to be sitting on the ropes of life in indecision, in fear, in worry. You got to understand, man, you got to stop worrying about shit that you can't control, right? You want to start a YouTube channel. You can't control when you blow up. You can't control when your first video get 1,000 views, 10,000. You can't control that stuff. But what you can control is your effort, your mindset, how you show up, your consistency. That is what you can control, right? And so you got to stop being so focused on, I want this, whatever the end result is. Stop looking up at the scoreboard every time somebody score a point. Stop looking at the scoreboard every second. Why don't you focus on the actual game? Have tunnel vision. Keep your head in the motherfucking game. You feel what I'm saying? Keep your head in the game. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know when you're going to blow up. You don't have to know when it's going to happen. You don't have to know when you're going to get your big break. That's the whole point of faith, right? That's the whole point. The whole point is knowing and learning how to keep going even when you can't see what's going to happen. That's what makes life magical. That's what makes life magical. What makes life magical is the fact that if you just trust in what you can't see long enough, you're going to start to see things that you didn't even know existed or things that you couldn't even fathom. That's the whole point of life, right? The person that can demonstrate the highest level of faith is going to get the highest level of blessings. Do you hear what I'm saying? Stop being uncertain. You got to be certain about where you're going. You got to be certain about what you're doing. And you got to be willing to live and die by that. Whatever that thing is. It's okay that you ain't where you want to be right now as long as you're going through it. But don't sit in indecision and uncertainty and you're not where you want to be. Because all you're going to do is you're going to stay in the same place. And think about this. If you stay in the same place for 1, 2, 3 years, you're actually further behind than where you could have been. That's what they mean when they say if you're not growing, you're dying. Because if you stay in the same place as you are today and in 3 years, you're not actually in the same place. You're actually further behind because you were supposed to be progressing. Right? I'm telling you, this is how life works. This is the game of life. You have to be willing to take risks to progress. And you got to be willing to bet on yourself. And let me tell you this. When you take a risk, but that risk involves you, and you know who you are and you know how powerful you are, it's not even a risk. A risk is putting your future in somebody else's hands consistently over time. That is the bigger risk, right? So we got it all fucked up. We think that it's a risk in putting our future in our hands. The only reason why you feel like that is a risk is because you don't fully trust yourself. Because when you trust yourself, you understand that the bigger risk is relying on all these other motherfuckers to help you advance in your life. Right? Like real talk. This is real life. This is real talk. So I want you to understand what's really going on here. I want you to understand how uncertainty and indecision is impacting you. That's why you got people that's not even more talented than you. They just got more audacity. They just got more audacity than you, all because you are afraid and they're not. So are you going to finally stop being afraid and uncertain? Or are you going to let that paralyze you and just stay there? The choice is yours, right? The choice is all yours. So look, that's what I got for y'all today. Uncertainty is blocking your blessings. If you want to get blessed, you got to stop being uncertain about your life. Get serious, get certain, and know where you're going and start standing on your decisions. All right. Tomorrow night, I'm going live every Monday at 5 p.m. We got Momentum Mondays. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, hop on a live, like this video, comment, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Always remember, get out your head and get into the world. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.